Hey everybody, Nathanias here. I'm very excited to talk today about an announcement that's just been released by the ZeroSpace team at StarLance Studios. If you guys have been following along the RTS scene this year, you'll know that there are several currently in development titles that are looking to help bridge the gap between StarCraft 2 and the future, whatever that means. ZeroSpace is being put together by a team of individuals that encompasses two StarCraft professionals that I have a tremendous amount of respect for that got me on board with this game, Scarlet and Katz. And I'm just excited to look at the changes that they made that are coming up for the alpha phase starting on, I think it's this week. So I'm just going to dive into it. They put out a big notice about a celebration they're doing. So if you get an opportunity to play in this alpha, or participate, watch, engage in social media. They're doing a contest where they're raising and giving away a bunch of stuff. I think they're counting flux. They're using one of the in-game resources as a thing. So they're throwing a whole big party, but that's really not what it's all about. That is awesome, and you'll probably have some fun with it. But the alpha is starting on Friday at noon Eastern time. So that's 9 a.m. Pacific time. I will be streaming that. If you guys have already played in a previous alpha, you're good. You're good. You don't even got to worry about that. And according to them, you can still back them on BackerKit and get same day access to play the game. So that out of the way, I just want to talk about their actual announcement. So as far as news is concerned, there is going to be the first playable campaign content coming out soon. It says they're putting their finishing touches on it, so it's highly likely. Yeah, I should probably try to just zoom that in tremendously more. They're going to be adding campaign content for the first time to play, and also another 1v1 tournament. If you guys remember, back in January, I got to commentate the first ZeroSpace tournament. It was a really good time. We had a tremendous amount of fun. And the finals ended up being kind of one-sided, so I think I got the best matches. I can't lie, I'm pretty hyped. I'm pretty hyped to see what ends up coming out of this new update. So they're going to be allowing people to just play through the ranked ladder, and there's going to be an open qualifier as well. So April 20th, your favorite day of the year, you'll be able to watch more competitive ZeroSpace. Maybe, that'll be fun to cast day 2. Also, probably one of my favorite parts about this update is that 2v2 is coming. You don't just have to play it by yourself, okay? So if you've got the game, make sure you hit me up. I'm very excited about this. We're finally going to be able to play some team games. I'm really excited about RTS for a lot of different reasons. But as I've gotten older, I just kind of want to have fun with the game more. I'm not looking to make it as stressful as possible. The fact that ZeroSpace is going to be having their campaign playable in this alpha, not immediately, but they said soon, that's huge for me. But being able to play 2v2, getting a friend on and checking this game out, being able to learn a new game together is always something that's really awesome. So those are probably the biggest parts of this that I wanted to stress. Aside from that, they have announced there's going to be new mercenary factions, units, heroes, a lot of changes. I believe their social media post said that the UI is almost entirely being reworked as well. So new units, a corrupted Arandi. I don't turn Indari. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that. It sounds terrifying. There's gonna be shades. You'll be able to kill people with shades. I'm guessing it's this little ghost-looking guy right here. That's terrifying. I absolutely do not want to. That looks like my sleep paralysis demon. The horned mech. Well, needs no explanation. The Phoenix Guard. It's a flying infantry unit. Yeah, I mean, these guys just look like they do crazy stuff. So I'm assuming that these units are all the ones on the screen up here because I'm bad at following context clues. So we got a new mercenary faction. That means they're going to have their own talents. That means that you are adding a whole other layer of all the possible permutations of talents that you could have with your faction. If you've never played ZeroSpace, it utilizes a mercenaries that you can summon with resources in the game on a cooldown, but it also gives you an opportunity to get different passive traits for your faction. So just one of the examples from the original alpha release of the game would be that some of the talents for the raiders, for example, give you bonus resources for killing enemy structures, but otherwise you don't get those. So it's a strategical choice that you can make differently throughout games, and now you have more options. Personally, I'm always going to say yes to more options. So we have additional new units. So Legion is getting a couple of units. I feel like they were the ones missing the most. The air counterpart to the Terror Tank is finally here. So if you guys got Terror Tank rushed in the last alpha, you will probably get Dreadnought rushed in this alpha because, well, life finds a way. Rhino Rider, I mean, I really loved Ace Ventura, so rhinos in general, they just got a big, they're up there for me. Shout out to the rhinos. Sensor bot. Okay, well, we've got bots now. Looks like the behemoth is going to be redesigned, so they're kind of turning it into a little bit something else. Majestic creature with wings. Yeah, sure. Can it spawn a rainbow behind it? Can I get that skin? Protectorate Vulture, final name TBD. So they want it to replace the Avenger. They felt the Protectorate mech was rather immobile and difficult to bargain with. So we're getting kind of a redesign of some of the units, or it seems like a unit is being replaced for a couple of the different factions. So there's changes for everybody here, not just any one of the factions. And I'm really excited because they're also adding more heroes. If you remember, the Grell only had one in the original build, and then I think a lot of them ended up kind of being shared across all the factions as a result. So now they're kind of dialing it in. These two brothers. You want to play Two Brothers the game? It's here now. So there you go. Hammer, Chain Lightning. Sounds great. I'm in. Triarch of the Alrandi. So this hero, I assume, is related to the new mercenaries that we were just looking at. Kind of gives us a little bit of an idea of where they're going with their design, right? Where they're going with the story, which I mean we're going to be able to see soon to some degree. And then a new Protectorate Commander and the Moran General and Ambassador. So I don't know that any of these look like we may still be on the Grell hero, but hopefully we get to play around with some of these on there too. As far as mercenary unique faction bonuses go, so now they've added unique passive. So outside of the talents is what this looks like. So depending on your mercenary camp that you pick, you get another benefit that's just active the whole game. So if you were to imagine in another game like StarCraft, where you would have Terran versus Terran, you'd only have the same units and all the same abilities and upgrades available. But using mercenary factions in this way, you could have a mirror matchup where you just get more XP and your opponents get instant research upgrades. I'm assuming that these are some later stage talents, or maybe this is just how hardcore they want to dial things. They're raising the volume for this because it seems like this is going to be a really big alpha phase. So this is all just crazy, right? This is all just crazy. We're getting more value out of the decisions that you invest into in the game, and I love to see that. We get a little bit of a look at the new UI here, kind of spreading things out a little bit, not quite as clustered, looks a little bit cleaner. I like this. I do like this. I think that one of the most difficult parts of playing ZeroSpace in the alpha in January was that there are a lot of upgrades and buildings you need to make to get certain upgrades or get certain units, and it's not always clear that you don't have whatever it is that you need, or it's not always clear what you need to unlock that. So streamlining the UI, I think, is one of the biggest things that they need to do. So I'm happy to see that, and I'm interested to see how it plays on Friday. And of course, working on the tab wheel. So Grell building textures give them more detail and make them more realistic. From this image, I can't discern too much. It's not that big on my screen. Sound updates. They said hundreds of new lines of voiced dialogue. So if you're one of those people that's like, Nathan, I can't believe that this alpha build had a character that just talked and sounded like they weren't having the time of their lives. They may have found somebody else for that specific unit. So, cross your fingers. Or if you really like monotone stuff, rip you. Otherwise, coming soon this alpha, they've got more content. I think they mentioned that it was going to be especially the campaign, but I actually didn't read this part yet. Survival mode, how long you can last versus endless waves. Yeah, we got horde mode. I didn't even know they were planning that. Hell yeah. I love horde mode. I played a lot of Gears, played a lot of Left 4 Dead. Telling me I can do something to mix it up a little bit between some stressful ladder games. I'll take that. And then, of course, the campaign prologue, which I know a lot of people are excited about because ZeroSpace, their long-term goal with the campaign, to the best of my understanding, is that you're going to be able to build relationships with the characters in the campaign. You're apparently, at some point, going to be able to romance them. Of course, obligatory, please add Nathanias as a romanceable character. But aside from that, I just have to say the biggest things I'm excited about in this ZeroSpace update is 2v2 matchmaking. That's eventually going to come. I think I guess that means we'll have to do 2v2 in custom maps when the alpha first starts. I'm fine with that. Just find a couple people to play with. If you want to play 2v2 and dick around, please reach out to me. Seriously, no cap here. In the comments, give me your Steam names. Or, I don't know, hit me up on the Discord when it comes out. Whatever. So I do want to just say, big shout out to ZeroSpace. I really enjoyed this project. I really enjoyed playing this game. And when I saw this news come out today, I just had to talk about it. So I'm sorry if this was a little long-winded or if I seem too excited about having new games to play. But you guys know me. I love games. I play everything. And I had a lot of fun with ZeroSpace. So I'm just excited to get back out there and see what's going on. But don't forget, if you're participating, if you're playing in the alpha, if you're submitting clips or highlights on social media, then you can still earn points to win stuff. In fact, you can win just by watching people stream the game. I wonder if you know anybody that might be streaming ZeroSpace at some point. Oh, tune into the tournament. Well, there you go. Talk about it on social media. These are all really easy ways to win stuff. So I'll put the link to this page in the video description. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe if you absolutely love video games yourself. And if you want to be upset, you don't have to. Otherwise, God bless you guys, and I'll see you next time.